Thanks a lot, Antoine. The scene on Paradise Island coming alive at this hour. The long-awaited Phase 1 opening of the Atlantis resort is underway. The property is welcoming back hundreds of its employees after a long closure due to the pandemic. Lloyd Allen is at the Atlantis resort with executive officials.
Yes, good morning, LaDon. Good morning, Bahamas. It's a red letter day over here at the Atlantis Resort. Employees finally returning back to work after almost 9 months of being at home and under restrictions like many of us. Now joining us here on the morning edition is Ms. Karen Carey. She's a Senior Vice President for Human Resources. Karen, like your senior executives out here this morning, you are excited.
Oh, we're very excited. We're elated, actually. So happy to have the majority of our team members back, welcome them here, and also to welcome our guests back today. So this is a special day for us.
Now, of course, we know that a significant number of employees arriving today. Talk to us about those numbers and some of those checks and protocols in place to keep them safe while they're here.
Well, in our Phase 2 opening, as you're aware, we're so happy to welcome back 2,500 of our team members, and that's phenomenal for us. So they're coming in to a whole new environment, a lot of work, a lot of protocols, a lot of changes, lots of exciting things that's happening. But more importantly, it's just learning to ensure that we're keeping ourselves safe, keeping our team members, their well-being is crucial to us. And as a result of that, ensuring that our guests are also safe and feeling happy about being here and just experiencing our Bahamas at heart, the love that we give and the spirit that we give every day.
And of course, we know that a significant number of your guests, are arriving back today, and numbers will continue to grow, we expect. But talk to us about your staff complements specific to those departments to facilitate those guests once they arrive.
Well, we have so many departments, so many operating departments. We've got the water park, and our guests, they love that, looking forward to that. We've got our restaurants, so we've got a lot of our servers. We've got a lot of our chefs, our culinary team. They're all excited. We've got our room attendants. They're here. We've got all of our landscapers. We've got all of our engineering, our facilities. We've got lots and lots of course, we've got IT, we've got all of our support departments. So there's a lot of people that are here to support our guests and ensure that we're operating in a safe zone and just having a great experience.
Now, speaking about that safe zone, I know, of course, training has been a big part of preparing employees before they arrive back here today. Talk to us about training and what have they been taught to prepare themselves, keep themselves healthy, but also identify others who may have COVID symptoms.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of training over the last few weeks to get ready for this. So every single member, from the president all the way to our frontline manager, our frontline team member, has gone through the training. We have developed very specific, very strict protocols. Unfortunately, we can't hug and we can't touch everybody as we used to. With our team members as well as our guests, we've got a lot of repeat guests. So it's about, so it's really about even the service levels, how we welcome, how we interact, how we engage with them. Even in the water parks, we've got to be, we've got to be very cautious and careful about each of those. And really, we're operating in pods as well, so that we're ensuring that we're containing. If we do have, sometimes the reality is that we may have a positive experience, positive with someone. So we just want to make sure that we're containing those. But more importantly, we want to ensure that we're keeping each other accountable, and that's what's going to help us really ensure that we're having a safe zone. And that we're practicing those protocols not just here, but also in their homes and in our public areas when we're out on the streets.
Well, thanks a lot, Karen. Of course, accountability is a big part of returning employees back today. Also joining us this morning is the marketing director, managing director, as well as the president, Ms. Audrey Oswald. Ms. Oswald, it's a big day here at Atlantis. Of course, I know you're excited. It's history being made. Tell us, how are you feeling today?
Oh, I can't even describe the feeling. We're so excited to be opening to guests and, more importantly, welcoming our team members back and really signifying the reopening of tourism for the country.
Now, we know, of course, part of the challenge for some of your guests has been really getting back here to the country. I know that your company has announced some chartered flights, but how are you facilitating those flights as well as facilitating guests to get back here?
Well, one of the challenges we have been to get airlift here. We have a lot of demand. We have a lot of reservations. We see that our guests are staying longer also, which is a great sign. The one thing that's been holding us back a little bit is the challenge of airlift. And we're hoping that our partners at all the major airlines that service Nassau, Paradise Island, will step up and take a risk, just like Atlantis did to be the first major resort to open, to step out and bring airlift from our main feeder markets to help get our guests here.
And tell us about advertising. I know that it's transformed, obviously, as a result of COVID, but how has your advertising campaign changed and will change over the next 2 weeks and months?
Well, certainly the tone of our messaging has changed. We want to acknowledge that many individuals around the world have been through a tough 8 or 9 months, as have many of our team members, and some of it continues. But, it's time to recover. It's time to move forward, onward, and upward. And we hope that our messaging certainly portrays that tone, while at the same time we have the protection of our PI bubble, which is really important to us. And we believe that we have the right protocols in place to keep our guests and our team members, and most importantly, our community safe.
Now, you mentioned the PI bubble. We've heard a lot about the bubble concept, but tell us, how do you foresee that developing over the next few weeks and months?
We're starting out slowly, just like we're doing a soft reopening. So right now, the PI bubble includes Atlantis, Paradise Island, Comfort Suites, Four Seasons, and our Ocean Club golf course, and all of the guests that are staying at any of those properties. We're hoping in the upcoming weeks, with getting the right testing in place, that we'll be able to expand that to our local residents of Paradise Island and Nassau to welcome them into our restaurants and facility. But we want to roll out slowly. Safety is our priority, and we're not going to jump the gun and make foolish decisions that don't ensure safety.
Now, earlier, Karen spoke about training and protocols for employees, but talk to us about some of those requirements for guests once they're here in the bubble to keep themselves safe and others.
Sure. Well, as you know, guests require a negative PCR test to get into the country, but our protocols for guests are pretty similar to those of our team members. Wear your mask, and wear it properly. Wash your hands frequently. We have physical distancing throughout the resort, including all our restaurants, our pool decks, our Stars cafeteria for our team members, all back-of-house spaces. Everything's been properly distanced, and we partnered with Doctors Hospital and local health officials, as well as with Cleveland Clinic, to develop a 300-page Atlantis playbook, and we will follow it very carefully.
And of course, we know that today is phase 1 of your reopening. Talk to us about the next phase.
Okay. Well, we really look forward to the next phase. As exciting as today is, we acknowledge that there's still quite a few of our team members that are not back with their Atlantis family. So as we reopen and as business builds and we expand and open additional towers, we're starting with Royal and Reef. As we expand, we can't wait to phase 2 to call back more of our team members.
All right. And so, of course, any final words?
I want our team members, I just want to go out to them and say that I know some of you are still not back with us. We look forward to the day that we can welcome all of you back. And I want to thank all of our team members and government for standing behind Atlantis throughout this ordeal.
All right, so you heard it directly from the president. Of course, Atlantis is moving forward with phase 1 of its reopening, and that will transform over the next 2 weeks, moving into phase 2. Reporting from the Atlantis Resort for the morning edition, Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.
And we're